for
I'm just
Sixers.
here so I won't get fined like Marshawn Lynch.
Ben Simmons, so good.
Listen,
Nick, your guy.
He's been playing really great the last 3 weeks. Bless you, Jenna Wolf. Every time you look up a Sixers box score, Ben Simmons got something like 20, 10, 9 on 65% shooting. He's been outstanding, and they just put a beat down on the Timberwolves last night.
All right, Hawks and Thunder. DeAndre Demry gets the steal. Watch it. The up and under reverse dunk.
See,
Yes.
Brother Butch texted me, said you tried to pull this off in high school and got this swatted into the third row.
Yeah, well, tell Butch if he could ever jump that high, he might know something about this, but he was more of a jump shooter. I did try this in the tournament, missed it.
College basketball
6'9"
now. UNC
guy.
Notre Dame. Carolina turns it over, but Seventh Woods sticks with the play for the chase down block.
This guy was an extraordinary high school player. That's usually how you end up in North Carolina. I like this. He times it just right.
What's his name again?
Seventh Woods.
Seventh Woods, after a Bible
Seventh
verse
Woods
about
after the
resting on the seventh day.
Seinfeld episode.
Jenna, why would you misinform America? I've told you, keep your lies off the air.
Okay.
Only 3 hours a day, you got to tell the truth.
Tell America you love me. Just say it.
I try not to lie on the air either.
I walked right into it.
Just
right
like this guy trying to block Noah Farrakhan at IMG Academy.
Go for it. Take it.
Well,
Take it.
IMG, that's kind of a sports academy. They do a little school learning down there as well, but a lot of good athletes go down to IMG, get themselves ready for
What's the
college.
name, Nick?
IMG Academy.
Yeah, Sports Academy.
IMG Sports Academy. Sorry. With a little bit of that book learning stuff on the side.
You want to play Drawing a Blank? Awesome.
Yeah, one of our bosses here.
We are
Yeah, absolutely.
halfway through the
Enthusiastic. Oh, I love
NBA
this
season,
segment.
and fans
When
are
we
looking
get
for a team to challenge the Warriors. Some thought it was the Nuggets. They were destroyed by 30 points at home last night. So, Nick, the team most equipped to challenge the Warriors in the West is blank.
Same one as last year. The only one that challenged them last year, the Houston Rockets. With the level James Harden's playing at, assuming they get back to health by the end of the season, that's the only team in the West that can put a legitimate scare in Golden State. Now, I've said all year that I think this is mostly a moot point, that it's going to take significant injury for anyone to beat Golden State, but the team most equipped is the same team as last year, the Houston Rockets.
The only way that Houston is going to be able to compete or challenge the Warriors is if somehow James Harden is that they get on a Jenna Wolf regiment of working out on their legs. You can't work out on your legs like Brian, because Brian don't do his legs. Him and Dusty, yeah, we got our whole staff working out. Jenna has the serious leg routine. I believe Harden's going to get tired and get worn out like he did a couple years ago.
What team can do it?
There's no team, bro. There's no team. Stop holding your breath. No need to sit over there and be mad and everything. Do like Draymond. Sit there with your mouth open until somebody beats him. You're going to be there a long time?
I'm not mad about the Warriors. I didn't know that was an option. They let you play this game by different rules than me. I'm realizing a double standard on the production staff.
I can't believe you just realized that we've been here a year and a half.
Yeah.
On to the Lakers, who are still dealing with LeBron's injury. Over the next 3 games, they'll face the Thunder, Rockets, and Warriors. Right now, they hold the 8th seed in the West. Nick, the Lakers player who needs to step up the most in LeBron's extended absence, is blank.
I do not think this is going to happen, because if it was going to, it would have already. But the answer is Brandon Ingram, the guy who was supposed to be their biggest trade piece, the guy who was supposed to be their second best player, the guy who was supposed to have the most potential on the team, and the guy whose game has not evolved 1% from last year. But the answer is Brandon Ingram for this year and for the future, whether that means to attract a free agent, believing he can be a third star, or as a big piece of a trade to get Anthony Davis. All signs are about Brandon Ingram.
Yeah, we're trying to cover the whole problem, so we're going to go with a couple. The first piece is Ingram. Next piece would be Lonzo Ball. But you also have to put in there, Rondo's been hurt. So you think with their two predominantly, the guys are going to run their offense, their point guards, with them being out, I expect Lonzo to be more energetic, to be more of a leader, to take charge of the offense. He hasn't played bad basketball. He just hasn't gotten better than he was last season.
All right, on to the NFL now. The top 4 scoring offenses will all be playing for a trip to the Super Bowl. But we can't forget about the other side of the ball. Defense will be a premium with this much firepower on the field. CC, the best remaining defense in the playoffs is blank.
I'm going to say the Saints, because I believe in that dome, that crowd noise, and how they play. Very, very athletic, very, very fast. it's going to affect the Rams the most. So I'm going with the Saints here.
I'm also going with the Saints. Cam Jordan's an excellent player. Marshawn Lattimore's an excellent player. I like Alex Anzalone, their linebacker. I know they're going to miss Sheldon Rankins, but the Saints, to me, there's one thing they do great in rush defense, and Marshawn Lattimore helps them slow down pass offenses. So I say the Saints.
All depending upon Eli Apple. If he can solidify that one corner spot, man, it's going to be hard to be able to beat the Saints this year.
All right, in the AFC Championship, we all know how dangerous Pat Mahomes and Tom Brady are, but which of their weapons will do the most damage? Nick, the most important non-quarterback on offense in the AFC Championship is blank.
Well, for people who've been watching most of the hour, they know my answer to this. Tyreek Hill. I had him as the most important player of the entire weekend that's not a quarterback. The way he tilts coverages, tilts the field, and even on plays he doesn't touch the ball with his motion pre-snap, how it opens things up for other players. Chiefs have a lot of great offensive players. Tyreek Hill is the most important, and he's the best.
Tyreek Hill is just as important as Travis Kelce, but because of the special teams, that's going to tilt the field. In a playoff game, I believe that Belichick goes back to Bill Parcells' days. They special teams become a huge part of it. Tyreek Hill, how many touches does he get returning kicks? 4 or 5. And I also believe that that Andy Reid's going to put him in the backfield. So Tyreek Hill becomes an important piece, just as important as Patty Mahomes' Chiefs offense.
Tyreek Hill touchdown in the divisional round was not a receiving touchdown. It was a rushing touchdown from 35 yards out.
All right, let's move on to the NFC side, where we've got two of the best backfields in the NFL facing off against each other. Plenty of offensive fireworks expected in this one, but CC, the most important non-quarterback on offense in the NFC Championship game is blank.
I'm going with Alvin Kamara. There's no mismatch in the playoffs that has this bigger than the one he has. They don't have anyone. LaMarcus Joyner, one of their safeties, he can't cover him. Their linebackers are poor. They can't cover him. Mark Barron, he can't cover him. Man, watching that last matchup, there was no player more dominant on the field than Alvin Kamara. Tremendous as he runs a halfback option out of the backfield. Watch how he straightens a guy up. Him and Drew Brees, this is the #1 play that they run on 3rd down. He's totally unstoppable. And the reason why, because in his second year, he got a little advice in his rookie year.
From me, how to do that.
I tightened him up because I knew it'd be very important.
Don't banana out
as you come out of the backfield, avoid that defensive tackle. Straighten the defensive back up. Look to the goal line. Jerry Rice said a great receiver looks through the defender and looks to the goal line at all times. Very little head movement. Little head bob. Stick in and out of your route.
So poetic.
Hey, Jenna, you know the best part about that story you just told?
Tell me.
It's true. All right, so the most important player to me, Michael Thomas. He had 200-plus yards and the ceiling touchdown in the first matchup. He had a Saints playoff record for receiving yards in the divisional round. Now, Aqib Talib wasn't in that first matchup, but the Aqib Talib-Michael Thomas matchup to me is a critical one. So I say Michael Thomas, despite C's eloquent case.
Michael Thomas is the best at contested catches. Watch how many yards he gets after contact or after he catches the ball. That was the key in last week's game. That was the key in the first matchup when they played the Rams in the Dome.
All right, coming up, I'm going to